My name's Sue Grier. I am a mum of an amazing young gentleman on the NDIS, but I'm also the director of a support coordination company in Southeast Queensland called Let's Connect.
My name's James Loveday. I work for a company called Support Navigator where I'm the principal consultant and owner. Our company specialises in consulting to participants of the NDIS, service providers in the NDIS, and people looking at getting into NDIS services on how they can look at it in a more innovative way and get a more innovative model, which is a best outcome for everybody. From a very young age, until I was the age of 13, I didn't know how to read or write, so I grew up in special needs education. And then I think that really drove my passion for people with disabilities, and anyone that would have seen me present today notices that I get quite passionate and my language gets quite interesting. So that's how I entered it. My first job in disability was advocating for a woman with cerebral palsy in the performance industry. I've got an extensive history working with disabled performers internationally and giving them a space with somewhat of normality within television and stage. For the last couple of years, I've been working in business development for large-scale NDIS companies, doing NDIS rollouts in different pilot sites. And then I've moved into the housing space, and of late I've been working directly in the consulting space because in Victoria I don't want to kind of float my own boat, but in theory if someone's got a problem, they're calling me, so I need to free up my time to be able to help. And I think that when I was a support worker I was able to help one person at a time, but by helping these organisations I can help hundreds of people at a time. I don't get to see the outcome, but I feel like I'm able to help more people.
My session was about William's journey and my journey through the whole disability sector from when he was born to where we are now, and hopefully made a difference today with the people that were in my session.
I think that events like this are important because the biggest part that's sometimes missing from the NDIS and from the sector is education, not opinion. So there's a lot of people that have opinions on things, but there are not a lot of people that have long-term education. Because the NDIS is a relatively new model, in theory 10 years old, new models, a lot of people have opinions in them, but to have a full education in that is very, very different. And I think that it also gives a platform for people from different parts of the sector to come together and really have robust conversations about how different parts of the sector can cohabitate. And within that cohabitation, we can get better outcomes.
I think it keeps it real. It's, we go to so many events where it's very professional, but I think having a participant or a family member talking about their journey, it makes it real to the other investors and providers. And it was really interesting then during my conversation that I had providers asking different things and telling me different things that were happening in their situation, which was really good. It's a hard one. There's so many things that you can take away from this, from understanding SDA a lot more, talking to other providers on what they're offering, things from a parent's perspective. I think it's just a big learning event, which is great, and I really love coming to these sorts of things.
I've always known my probably key learnings, not key takeaway, is I get lots of questions about Appendix H, but in Queensland, Appendix H, so I'm from Victoria. In Victoria, not a lot of people know about it, but in Queensland, it's been implemented. So one of the key reasons I wanted to come today was to hear about Appendix H and how it's being implemented here, so we can take it to other states and get the same outcome. And also, coming from the housing space in Victoria, learning the differences between the housing space in Victoria and Queensland, so I can better help people when they're navigating that. So I think the key take home is that it will help, events like this will help everyone navigate the sector better.